Good morning, Britain. One hostage will die for every bomb which hits Gaza. He has this huge crisis behind him, you know, in thing that he's going to say. He needs to present himself, doesn't he, as some national stage as well?
Well, it means...
For a bit. It is October.
I know, it's crazy.
Or to Palestine. You have Gaza Strip and in Israel.
Well, I think
that there is a decline in their mental health, 40% significant consequence of the decline in young people's mental health, and of course it then affects the whole primary school. And in fact, our producer went into a school to do this because they're taking it extremely seriously.
Good.
There is government money going into training mental health leads, but it just isn't going. No. It's that the funding isn't there in all cases, and there are not enough staff. No. There simply are not enough staff at CAMS, which is the service which is there to help, don't they?
Of course.
So,
cream, not butter, which gives it a different kind of texture.
Good morning, Britain. It is 6:02. International news, of course, overshadowing the Labour conference this week. But what do you make of the fact that we're going to hear from the leader, Keir Starmer? So Keir Starmer today, aren't we? What do you think the tone of his speech is going to be? Because
to defend it.
Find out more about what he's going to say when we talk to Andrew and Kevin later on. But our main news this morning, the terror group Hamas has threatened to murder an Israeli hostage every time Israel bombs Palestinian civilians without warning.
It comes as Israel ordered a complete siege of the Gaza Strip, cutting off food, fuel, electricity and water supplies amid reports that it is preparing for a full-scale ground invasion. In a moment, we'll speak to Jonathan.
Of people have attended vigils and protests in London in relation to the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Pro-Palestinian protesters rallied outside the Israeli embassy in Kensington, while around 2,000 people attended a Jewish community vigil in Westminster.
Jonathan Swain was...
Main news this morning. We'll discuss that with Andrew Pearce and Kevin Maguire in a few minutes. First, though, here's Ranvir with...
Pants would have fitted in. Yes. I mean, they were kind of part of the look.
Weren't they just? Now, let's find out what... Let's have a taste. This looks lovely.
What do you think? Cream. The cake is sugar and double...
My verdict on the birthday cake, which Ed Balls baked for Laura's birthday. Well, the thing is, listen to what he said. It's as bad as your dancing. Your dancing was brilliant. So what Aldo Zilli actually meant was that cake is delicious. Lorraine, 27.
The NHS has found that almost 40% of children in England reported a decline in their mental health. That's the highest number on record.
And in a Tonight programme airing this evening, I've been investigating the impact of dealing with mental health struggles at a young age, speaking to 18-year-old Paddy, who began experiencing anxiety aged just 13. You can see what an impact the pandemic had on Paddy and his anxiety. Today, we're encouraging Britain to get talking, a campaign which encourages families to engage in conversations, particularly with their children, around their mental health. Now, Dr. Amir is one tonight at 8:30.
So he wrote and starred in one of the most loved TV comedies of all time, Fawlty Towers. Now the comic legend John Cleese is taking on cancel culture with a new show on GB News called, get this, The Dinosaur Hour.
Before
you
could win him over with birthday cake.
A cake after. It's not vegan cake. So still to come, no matter how bad it seems.
You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV1. See you in a moment.